Hello friends, once again I welcome you back to the channel. Today I'm going to be using indicators in this video to illustrate something. This is going to be a response to a question that I received over on Telegram. One of my subscribers was asking about this setup that I shared, and then I'm really happy because in his explanation he said that it is quite inconsistent somehow on the way it gives out signals. I really like that because you went ahead to backtest. You get, it's always good to backtest. So I'm going to be addressing that issue, and then we are going to find a way or the resolution to that. You get. So before I proceed, for sure, all I can say, it is different to have the right knowledge and knowing how to use the right knowledge that you have. So that's why I always say that even if I share something here that you're going to backtest and it seems to be good, before you go on your real account, do a lot of practice. You get, practice makes perfect, because in the real market, the way the candles are moving, sometimes you're scared of even on a profitable trade, and then you concede early. So the different thing that I'm going to share is that we are going to be comparing it with this one. Yes, it is not the first time that I've shared this one here, but then I want us to compare these two setups for purposes of helping out those ones that want to use indicators. Then I'm going to share an indicator that is going to aid us on using take profit. Why am I doing that? Because if I've chosen to use indicators now, we are going to basically use indicators for our entry and take profit. So stay tuned for that. So for sure, one of the things that you're going to find, let's do some little back testing over here. You can see that VIX 75 has been falling. It has been coming down. Just like I think 2 months ago, I told you I was sharing some price action video, and I told you VIX 75 was to drop for a long period of time because that time we were on a daily. You get? So we can see that it's been coming down consistently, but I want you to look on the indicator window one here. You get the way previously you can see that now it's at 50, but now when I do like this, it is at the bottom here. You get? So basically, yes, when you're back testing, one of the issues you're going to find that with this indicator is that right now, this is where when the prices were here, you get, when the prices were here, it was here at the bottom. So you had gotten a buying signal. You get, you had gotten a buying signal, which means when you are in the real market, actually this one is going to challenge you quite a little bit, because it is good when you get the setup, you go on the real chart, like you extend it on the like here. When you're backtesting it, it is going to readjust itself. You get, like it is showing you at that moment, by that time, this is where this is how the indicators were, but currently this is how they are. You get? So currently you can see that we are getting buying signals. Why? Here we've crossed above, but for sure, surely you're going to find that somehow by this indicator setup is not 100% perfect. You get? So unless you do a lot of backtesting, because it is possible this downward trend is going to proceed for a long period of time. But now the solution to that is that you're going to find a solution. You're going to mind about the time frame that you're using. Now you guys, you're going to find that most of my setups and my analysis are centered around M15. You get M15 so much, but when I'm doing price action there, I go on big time frames, but I use these small time frames for entry. Now for this setup, given that it readjusts itself quickly like that, now you can, for instance, you can see that there was an opportunity from down here to up here. You get, these short opportunities. It is good for scalping. Now what is the best time frames for scalping? If you're just timing some opportunity for the market to come from here, and then it reaches, let's say, this level over here, you get, if that's what you're targeting, then I would expect you to use relatively small time frames. You get, relatively small time frames, but not completely very small time frames. You get? So basically, we don't want to go maybe on M1 where things are too volatile, but you need to get a solid time frame that you're going to be using, at least to get that perfect entry or that good entry. You get? But you can see that at the top here we got our signal. You get? prices formed below, and then you can see that we had crossed here. You get this the moving average, like the stochastic had crossed the moving average here. You get your signal, and here you would go. Then the same day you can see that prices reversed, and then you had take profit at this level. But then we are going to be adding another moving average that will aid us on take profit. So the issue that you got, yes, when you're backtesting, it keeps on it is like, should I call it repainting? You get, but then it's always good to be, if you're trading, you come here, like exactly here on the charts. You don't go backwards like this. It shows you the current where you are, the current signal, you get. But then to me, maybe it depends on preference, but to me this one seems to be a little bit better. But I'm going to share, actually for this one, you watch my I think the last 2 videos there. I think the most recent video is about boom and crash, leave alone that one, but the one that precedes that one has this indicator setup. So I talked so much about it. For this one, I will just share the parameters for these moving averages. But you're going to find that for this one, if I told the MACD was below, even when you go back in history, it is going to just be like that. You get it? So this one may be easy for you to know. Now you can see that here, when we are below, it means we are taking sell entries, and then you can see if before the white moving average crosses above, we are in a downward trend. So here it's easy for you to join on the trend. You get to join on the trend. Here you can see that this moving average didn't cross above. Here when it comes back, you continue to sell. You get. So for this one, it might be a little bit good, but take note, this is M15. So M15 will be good for you, but then you can go on M30. I told you the higher time frame you go, it has no problem. For this one, has no problem. You get. But then you can utilize M15 entries. They're going to be good for you. You get. So basically that's it. Now the other thing is that you need to get that good time frame that is going to enable you, at least when you come on the charts, you're not going to wait for so long to get to know where you go to get in. You get. So basically that's it. So I think I've addressed the issue with this one. So even before I share the parameters here, let me quickly add the indicator that we're going to be using for take profit. Now it's going to be period 200. The period is 200. It's a moving average. Period 200. Method exponential. Shift 0. Apply to close. Then I've chosen the color of my choice. Now I've added. You get. So I'm going to add it on both setups. You get. Now let me add still that same moving average, this same moving average, and then we see it's period 200, shift 0, method exponential, apply to close, then that color. So now what are we going to, if at all we get for this one, for this one, I told you we have to first cross above these 2 moving averages. You get. So if a candle forms here, you get, what becomes our take profit level? Now we come to where the current level of the 200 moving average, exponential moving average is. You get, like this, and then we draw like a horizontal line. So this one becomes our take profit point. You get. So this one, basically this indicator, it's going to be helping you on scalping. You get. So you look for where it is touching, and then you can see where is it touching. Basically when you're using price action, this level we can look at it as an area of supply. So which means, yes, we are in a downward trend, but there are those areas where the market reverses to and then continues. You get. So the 200 exponential moving average normally helps us to identify those areas of supply. You get. So this one becomes your take profit point. So if at all you're successful, then you can take good orders. It depends on how you familiarized yourself with it, and then you take orders here up to this point. You get. So should we try to backtest more a little bit? For instance, now here we had gotten a signal to buy over here. You get. And then at least this one becomes our take profit point, because it was possible for us to proceed down. You get. So basically this one may aid you, the 200 exponential moving average. It may aid you, or what you may do, because now the issue with indicators, they don't show you the take profit points. You get, sometimes you look out for an area of let's say resistance, but then for those that are good with price action, you're going to look at for areas of supply. You get, so for as long as you identify areas of supply, for you take your entries and then you target out those zones. You get, you target them out. You get, so basically let me try to do this. Yes, so basically that's what we can be using. You get, so let me quickly share the parameters. I believe I've answered the question here. You get, so you push it to the extreme end and then you wait for the signals. When you backtesting here, it is readjusting. Here it's oversold because now this cycle here ended. You get, but currently when the prices were here, you get, when the prices were here, this is how it was. You get, it proceeds a little bit, but then for consistency, this one will be a little bit better because the indicators here, they do not repaint. You get, if it prints, it has already print. You get, so now let me start with this one because the video was mainly about this one. Now for the moving average, I've shared this one is I've shared its parameters. Now let's go to this blue moving average. For it is period 20, method linear weighted, shift 0, apply to weighted close, HLLCC /4. You get, and the color is blue. That's what I've chosen. You get, so for these moving averages we are done. This one is period 200 and this one is period 20. You get, then this one now on indicator window one here we have a stochastic. You get, so we first put the stochastic. Now I shared the video on how to combine these indicators. You get, on how to combine these indicators, but now let me see. So now let me quickly show you how we can add them. You get, first wait, I want to show you for those ones that don't know. So I'm going to first delete these indicators and then I show you. So now what you're going to do, we first add the stochastic oscillator. You get, we first add the stochastic oscillator. We come here, stochastic, let me look for it. Yes, it is the stochastic oscillator. So these are the parameters. The percent K period is 50, the percent D period is 3, then slowing is 3, price field low/high, method exponential. Then for main is medium blue or blue, and then signal is red. Then we add levels, level 90, level 80, level 50, level 20, and level 10. You get, and then you press OK. So now we've added the stochastic. Now we need to add the moving average. Now this is what you do. We come here. Now you come to indicators and then you come to trend. You get, and now we are going to add a moving average. You get, now you first click on it and then it highlights itself. You get, now you grab it like this and then you drag it to indicator window 1 and then you let your hands free. You get, so you just drag it here. You get, then for it is period 20, method linear weighted, shift 0, apply to weighted close, HLLCC /4, and then for me I've chosen color green. You get, and then you add it like that. That's how it's going to be. You get, so for this video I believe I've tried to answer that question. Don't hesitate, you can check out my link in the description to my Telegram, and you can text me over there. You can ask some simple question, I can answer. And then for those that were still asking me about mentorship, yet it's continuing till the end of this year, and there we are not sharing indicators, but basically we are using price action. Don't mind, for those that want swing trading, for those that want day trading, you're good to go, because if at all my strategy is to relate big time frames to small time frames. So which means if at all big time frames are buying more, then you can get off opportunities on small time frames. So basically small time frames are for entry, they are for entry, and then big time frames are for the main signals. You get, so we can look at all that. Then one more last thing, for those that have been requesting for signals. Now the fact is, you request for signals just because you don't know how, you basically don't know where the market is going. Truly, if you know what you are doing, you wouldn't request for signals, you get. So to my students that are moving on well now, they know that there is no need for signals. The best that we do is we discuss setups with them, you get. We discuss setups with them, and then we get our zones for buying. Everyone goes, let's say, to buy. Then if it is a sell, then we go for sells, you get. So all I can say is that look for knowledge. You look for knowledge, and I always say that I don't limit you. You can get any teacher, you get, even if it's not me. So you look for knowledge, you get, and you do a lot of practice, because some of you have good knowledge, but then you've not practiced enough, you get. But for now, I wish you the best and peace.